Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Practical Reefer. My name's Mark. Thanks for watching as always, and I'd love to a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I think we've just passed 250 in the last couple of days, which is awesome, despite me not having put up a video for about 4 weeks. I've just been very busy. I've had stuff on my family, weekends away, birthdays, all sorts. And work's been busy as well, and I'm back in the office more now as well, so I do need to keep on top of the videos, but I've had less time at home to do little bits of prep during the day and during breaks and stuff, and then just film it at the weekend or in the evenings. So 6 weeks ago now I actually went down to Manchester and did the marathon with my other half, and on the Monday I took the chance to nip into one of the, I think there's a good handful of really good marine stores in Manchester. But I took the chance to go and check out Abyss while I was down there. Now my problem was I would have done the tour and I would have went and seen them all, but I had to, the store opens at 10:30, Abyss anyway. I think Kraken's similar, 10 or 11 or half an hour either way. But I had to be back in Fife for 4 o'clock to pick up my dog as pictured. So basically I had half an hour to go in, have a good look around, buy the couple of things that I wanted, and make my way up the road. It's about I think it's 4.5 hour drive, but obviously you want a little bit of a break and you don't want to be rushing as well. In Manchester, we passed 3 miles of traffic at one point coming the other way, so we're lucky to miss that. So I got in, and I was really pleasantly surprised. It's a massive store. Maybe not massive, it's a big old unit. It's an industrial unit. It's kind of triple height ceiling. As you walk in, I'm going to start putting up some pictures now as I talk through it. There's a couple of bits of video as well. So as you walk into the store, you're greeted with like 2 massive water containers, and apparently they store 50,000 or up to 50,000 litres of natural seawater. So same as what I use. Obviously they probably collect it in a much more professional fashion and probably get it delivered by tanker. And then as you go in, you've got your main sort of area with loads of like freshwater decorations, bits of kit, sponges, fish nets, scrapers, all your usual bits and pieces, fish food and stuff like that. What you'll get in any store in the main area as you go in, all sorts of kit. And then off to the kind of right, there's a sort of dog leg of the store that goes up off to the right, up to the back, on that side. And again, you've got sort of loads more kit, stuff like that, freshwater plants or plastic plants, things like that, decorations, bits and pieces. You've got quite a lot of display tanks up there, so you've got like the Aqua One reef systems. There's like the Fluval Flexes. I think there's a Fluval Evo sitting there as well. There's loads of little cool tanks, and it's quite nice to actually see those tanks as well, because I probably know quite a lot about some of these tanks. I've looked at the Aqua One reef sys online last year a lot, and I've never saw one in person. And same with like the Fluval Flexes. I've seen them in some shops here, but they're in the box. So that was quite good to actually get a little look at them. And then up the back of that end there's like, I think it was 3 or 4 freezers. I'll put pictures up here of all sorts of different frozen food for freshwater and marine. And then they've got loads of like 25 litre jerry cans and stuff for people I'm guessing they'll sell water or arrow water and salt water and stuff. So loads of supplies there up on the right hand side. And then what you can also do as you go in off to the left, there is a sort of display tank area. So you go in, there's kind of a smaller room where you've maybe got 10 or 15 or maybe a dozen tanks in a smaller room, and then you go into another slightly bigger room and there's sort of 15-20 tanks in there of all sorts of different brands and things. I didn't spend a lot of time looking in there. Lots of nice tanks, but I just didn't have time. And then you go out to the back again and they've just got a massive wall full of external canister filters. They've got like driftwood, aquascape and stuff. There's some smaller tanks off to the side as well that are maybe old display ones that they've had or something like that, that they've used in store. So loads of stuff in there. It's not just marine. And I will say as well, this video I've got nothing to do with the store or anything like that. Or Abyss, I've got nothing to do with them. I went down and took a chance to have a look, and I just thought it was really cool. If someone's going down that way and they're, if it's an hour or 2 journey for them and they're trying to make a decision whether to visit, then hopefully this will maybe give them a little idea. And then kind of the main thing, so that's kind of all the dry stock stuff that I've tried to cover just quickly. And then as you come into the middle, so off to the right was where we had the frozen food and stuff, and off to the left was all the display tanks, or the tanks on stands that are just empty. And then in the middle of the store, as you go in, they had a really nice display tank. So I'll pop a video of that up just now. It's just full of corals. There's some really cool things in there that I quite liked. There's some nice hammers next to GSP. There's also GSP that's grown over some old SPS. Whether that's on purpose or the SPS was dead before it came to it. But it looks quite cool. I thought it was branching GSP for a second, but it looks like it's just covering SPS. And there's also some Paligrandus, which are really cool. So I might try and find some of those for myself at some point. And then it's just, there's zoas and things like that, and lots of different corals, Euphilia. So there's a little video here that I'll just pop into the section now, and I'll let you see that. Sonic players. So that's their display tank that they have as you go in, and then just behind that is a long double-sided corridor with tanks. You've got all your freshwater tanks or freshwater plants up the middle, and then there's more saltwater stuff up the back in the middle, and then up either side. The first half is freshwater, and then right up the back, so on the back wall and either side on the back half is all marine stuff. So you've got loads of fish up the sides. Up the very far end you've got your coral trees. So on the left I think they've got more of their SPS and stuff like that. On the right hand side there's a lot of soft corals and LPS, and there's a whole wall at the back of corals, so there's lots of cool stuff. Guys did kind of ask, do you want to see them under blues and stuff, but I wasn't there for corals, I didn't really have time. There's some nice stuff though, and to be fair I didn't have really space in the tank at the time, so maybe another day we'll go down and we'll get some corals, but looks really cool. Again, they had loads of freshwater stuff which I barely had a chance to look at. I did have a quick skim of it. So a couple of pictures here that I just took of some of the tanks. Couple here, so there's a picture here that'll put in with there's firefish. Now really simple fish, and there's quite a lot of them in the tank, but one thing I quite like about this, and it maybe shows with the store, is that the tank, even though it's got substrate as well, it's really clean. It looks like it's well looked after, so I've got to give them kudos on that. And then I'll show another tank here. They've got a clownfish with it's a malu anemone. Never ever seen one, so a bit of an education for me. It's maybe something I need to look up. I don't know anything about it, but I just thought it was really cool. Looks like a bit of a carpet anemone, but it's called a malu, so something I'll need to look into. There's another picture here of a beautiful big fish. I don't know if it's a type of angel or something like that. Stunning fish, know nothing about it. I've got nano tanks. Even when I set up the reefer and some bigger tanks, this is not going to be a fish for me, but again it was just a really nice fish I seen. And then there was a purple firefish which tries to give the Hellfricky a run for its money, and certainly for a lot better value if you're not willing to spend 150, 200 pound on a Hellfricky. Purple firefish is a really nice alternative which I wasn't aware of. That's a really nice fish. That's maybe something that might go in one of my next tanks. And the next bit I'll pop in here is there's a flaming electric scallop, which I've had one in the distant past about 15 years ago. So I'll pop that in now just to let you see that, which is really cool. So guys, that was the flaming electric scallop, which was really interesting to see. I had one years ago, but I totally forgot about them, and just really awesome. Maybe in a bigger tank with a sump and really good filtration. They're a little bit harder to keep from what I remember. Then also critters wise, the big thing that I was going down for was some sort of urchin. So I seen on the website, so they've got here, there's a nice orange and white pincushion urchin, and then in the next picture I'll show you there's a purple pincushion urchin, which was really, really nice as well. Kind of disappointed that I didn't bring that one home as well. There was lots to choose from. There was a few other types as well, which I didn't grab photos of. It was a bit of a hen in a fox in a hen house, as it were. I had very, very little time. And then also they had some emerald crabs, which is something I've been looking for as well, so we'll come back to those. So that was me. That was I got around the store. I had 35 minutes of my my other half sitting in the car unimpressed while I ran around, and had probably the best 30 minutes of that month. Yeah, I was stumbling a bit because I'd done the marathon the day before as well, so it was a bit of a difficult tour, let's put it that way. It was a bit sore. But yeah, so I made my purchases and I got myself up the road. It was about 5 hours, and I told the guys that I was heading up the road, and I'd actually taken down an insulated polystyrene box myself, but I said I can go out in the car and get it. He was like, that's fine, I've got one here I can give you, and it was perfect size to fit the 2 bags in and a little bit of stuff in, and they all packed it up for me with tape and stuff, so that was fantastic of them that they did that. It'll not cost them anything to, you know, use an old polystyrene box, but it's good service. So really, really happy with that. So I got up the road, and this is what I bought. I'll show you in these videos just now. So guys, I just thought I'd show you them now. Excuse the light into the dark there. That's the emerald crab. Put that off to the side, and then this is my urchin. It's probably a bit better for light in there. So it's really, really cool. It's sort of white and orange, or orange spines on it, so it'll be really nice. I'll get that in the tank and hopefully we'll see it better, but the crab might just disappear into the tank, so we might not see much of that, but just thought I'd show you that now. So that's the pincushion urchin just gone in the tank. You'll also see my peppermint shrimp molted a few days ago, or while I was away at the weekend. So I've just popped him on a bit of rock work there. I'll pop him back out. So he's just going to hopefully go and clear that up a bit more. It's pretty clean anyway, but he's working away, so happy with that. And my other urchins in there working away as well, so the two of them will do good work. And now we'll just get the emerald crab in. So guys, I dropped the crab in, and then my best friend knocked on the door and I had to go for quite some time, but I've managed to find the crab in the tank, and there he is, just at the bottom of my frog spawn. He's nowhere near the heads of it. He's picking away at there's quite a long branch, so we'll keep an eye on that though. But that's him there working away. Hopefully he's picking away at algae or something like that, but that's the little emerald crab there. So guys, this is the next day. This is the pincushion urchin and the emerald crab. I thought the emerald crab would be all up in the rock work. I'd never see it, but he's coming up for a little wave, and the pincushion urchin is gathering some snails. He's got one there which I think is empty, and the other one he's I'm going to have to release from his grip at some point later today. And the crab's just off for a wander up the front of the tank. I thought he'd be totally hiding in the rock work. When I took that footage last night, I thought, oh, I'll not see much of him, but off he goes. He's just wandering about. You'll find his way into the rock work soon, but that's the pincushion urchin there. Really, really cool. I love the colours on it. It's really awesome. So happy with those two, and you never know, I might see more of the crab. And he's not trying to attack my molly, which is great. And there's the top hat, which the pincushion did take for a while, but he had it on a funny way, so he might come back for it hopefully, because yeah, he's taking all the snails for a journey. Excuse me. But yeah, really, really cool. Happy with those. And there's the crab again. Oh, get a better view. Bit of the blues on as well, but yeah, he looks pretty happy. Glad they're well. It was about 4 hours drive up the road, so a little bit concerned about that, but they were in a big insulated box as well, and the guys in the shop knew that and they were quite happy. So and these things travel from all over the world to get here as well, so no issues there. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm sure about 10% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed, so it'd be great if you could subscribe as well, and don't forget to give me a like and a little comment below.